Let's look at how you can get the sound of an Oberheim SEM from a few PM Foundation modules. The modules we're going to look at today are the 8080 VCO, 3080 VCF, the ADSRD. Those three modules are modeled after the corresponding portions of the Oberheim SEM. The other modules we're going to use today are a couple of balanced mult, an LFO. This one has a sample and hold plus noise, and it also has ranges and sine, triangle, or pulse wave. We're going to use dual VCA. This is PM Foundations as well, as all of these are so far. I put an aluminum panel on it a long time ago. This mixer is a mixer from the Resemble panel that I made into a module. You could use an MLM mixer from PM Foundations, my little mixer. And the only other thing we have is this this out mixer, which was built by me. It's a Barton Musical Circuits mixer. Works great. So what we're going to do is patch it up. These modules can sound exactly like an SEM, and I'll put a link in the description that demonstrates that. So this mult is being used from the keyboard. I'm actually going to play instead of using a sequencer. The bottom mult, this is for the gate, so these will go into the envelopes. If I can find them. And the other one is actually to mult the LFO, because that's what the SEM does. The LFO can go to either of the oscillators or it can go to the filter. So we have a few other options, of course. Again, it's a lot more extended than an SEM is, but like I said, it can sound exactly like an SEM. So I'm going to take the pulse out from these, throw them into the mixer. This takes a little bit longer, but I think sometimes it's handy for someone who's new at this to actually watch it being patched. So sorry if it's a little bit slower than you'd like. And then the output from the mixer, which has the two VCOs, is going to go into the input for the VCF. And then the output of the VCF is, where's the output of the VCF? It's going to go into the AC in of the VCA. And the out of the VCA is going to go into mixer channel 1. We should get a little bit of sound. If we turn that up a little bit. So there we go, that's the two VCOs. Okay, so I'm just kind of noodling away at a keyboard. Let's get the two envelope generators hooked up. So I think it could be a good idea to throw one into the filter. So it's not really a full demo, but I just wanted to see that, you know, with this let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 modules. So these 10 DIY modules, you can get the sound of an SEM for a fraction of the price of what you'd have to pay for an SEM nowadays. So now what's left? That's it, I think. Did I miss anything? Well, that should do it. The only thing I'm not getting for some reason is the gate. And I'm not getting the gate because I'm playing the wrong keyboard. Boy, I'm glad I didn't have the video on my hands. So there's our gates. So let's turn our gain down on our VCF so we don't hear anything. So keep in mind that this is set up now to act like the Oberheim's envelope generator. So decay is actually decay and release. Detune it a little bit like we do to get something a little thicker going on. Keep in mind, you can build this if you want to not self-resonate. That's up to you. So there you can hear it self-resonating. The SEM does some nice bass. So now if we want to hook up that LFO, which I just threw into the wrong thing, so we can stick this into, say, one of the pulse width, which is up here. The oscillators can be synced, just like an SEM. Let's kick that up so we can hear it. So unlike the Oberheim, we also have noise, white or pink, and we also have a sample and hold. And we have a couple of ranges, so if you want this thing to go a little bit more nuts, you can actually kick it into high range. The other thing you can do, since that does go into high range, we can put that into the FM input of one of the VCOs. Get some crunch. We're back to normal. And because it's modular, I mean, we have all our patch points, which is something that some people actually do on SEMs, and the new SEMs actually have patch points. You can, if you want, we can do all that sort of cross modulation and things. So we'll modulate VCO1 with VCO2, so they'll track that way. And you get a little roll out, you know. So that's really it. I just wanted to show a quick demo of what you could do with these main modules. So the two VCOs, the VCF, and the envelope generator, and that you could use those to get the sound of an SEM. You have to look at the video so that you can see how they compare with an SEM. I didn't want to get into that since I've already done it. Hopefully it was useful. I'll put links to the modules, so if you decide you want to build yourself your own SEM, then you should be able to do that.